planning to do a reread of Fourth Wing this year. No. Welcome back, my lovely book lovers. We are in a new space. We are in a new space. Do not worry. Next week, we will be in our normal setting. Today is the only day I could film this week, and I'm not able to use my normal setup. So that is the reason that things look different. But it's still cozy. I'm really comfy. So I'm happy. Things will be back to normal next week. We are going to be talking about my March hopefuls. It is July 25th, and when you see this, it will be the 27th of February. Did I say July? It is July 25th, and these will be my hopefuls for the month of March, which I am a Pisces. March. Okay, I can't talk today. March is my birthday month and makes me a Pisces. Astrology baddies. I am not an astrology gal, but if you are, there you go. Now you know, which you may have guessed, but now you know for sure. So I'm very excited. If you follow me on TikTok, you know that I have been in a reading slump for a month. For a month. Nothing. I have not been able to stick to anything. Audiobook, paper, Kindle, series, standalone, gothic, mystery, gothic-ish mystery, fantasy, traditional romantasy. Literally nothing has stuck with me or kept my interest. Why? I don't know. January and February tends to be like kind of a slump for me anyways when it comes to reading, but I literally like, I haven't read anything. I don't think I finished a book this month at all. I haven't. That's tragic. That's really sad. I started like 8. To start, let's go over all the books that I'm currently reading at this last week of February. I'm reading like 4 things at least right now, just because I have not been able to stick to anything. I also normally go through audiobooks like a maniac. Like I just blow through them, but I have not been able, I haven't been able to. And so then my loans on Libby, I don't have Audible, so I just use Libby. So my loans run out before I'm done with the books because I'm slumping. So then I have to wait for them again, which also prolongs me finishing a book, which then also helps prolong the slump. So I'm in a violent cycle for reading right now. Last month, I read The Serpent and the Wings of Night. I started the Crowns of Nyaxia duology, that whole like universe by Carissa Broadbent. I really liked The Serpent and the Wings of Night. I listened to it on audio, the whole thing. I thought it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I also started immediately The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King. However, I lost my loan on Libby. So I lost the book at like 40%, and I just now, like this week, got it back, and I've been really enjoying it. Rain is climbing his way. I just hit myself in the face. Climbing his way up the Bookman ladder. Okay, I love these books. They're very entertaining. I'm still slumping, but it is helping. I've been listening to it while I'm working out instead of music, because it's intense, and they're like, I can't talk about it too much because it is the second book in a duology, so if I were to say anything, it would spoil. Also, if I'm yelling, you guys are so far away. Like, my camera is all, like, really far away, so I feel like I'm yelling. But I'm worried that you guys aren't going to be able to hear me, so. It's so good. It's really good. It's still not pulling me out of my slump entirely, but it's really good. I am enjoying it. If you follow me on TikTok, you know, and you have been following my Zodiac Academy journey since I started it last September? Maybe? Before then? I have no idea, but it's been a long time. I keep having to take breaks for mood reading purposes. I'm the biggest mood reader in the world. I take breaks because of mood reading and for my mental well-being, because if you have read Zodiac Academy, oh my god, you know. Like, it's so funny and lighthearted and so unserious, and then it is like it's so gut-wrenching the next second. Like, you're like, oh, you're audibly laughing out loud at the book, which doesn't happen to me a lot. Audibly, like, out loud, like closing the book because I'm laughing so hard. Next page, emotional destruction. So I have had to take breaks. I still think about the characters every single day. It's nothing against the series. It's just I also am slumping while I happen to be at some of the longest books in the series. I'm on book 7, which is known to be the most emotional destruction of them all from what I've heard, which did that completely scare me out of it? Yeah. Yes, it did. And I have theories, and if you guys want to hear those, I'm gonna post a video about my book 7 theories and kind of like, because I have one main prediction for the rest of the series, but I also don't want the universe to end, like this world to end, so I am also prolonging it because of that, along with slumping. So it's taken me a bit. It's taken me a minute. But I am still reading it. Darcy and Lance are still my favorite. I love Seth and Caleb so much as characters. Of course, like Tori and Darius, yes, but like, I love this series so much. It's just taking me a long time, okay? Next, we have Fairytale. So, Fairytale is duet narration, the audiobook, and I've been wanting to read it for so long. It has been on my priority TBR for so long. So I finally I found it on Libby and I borrowed it, or I put a loan on it. And it's a 36-hour long audiobook. When I tell you, I got like at least 50% of the way through. Oh my god. First of all, listen to the author's note and listen to the trigger warnings. It is not for everyone. It is 100% not for everyone. It is for me, I think. At first, 100% it was for me. I was fully thrown into it, loved it. I was getting a little bit creeped out because I was like, what is going on? Every 30 seconds, something new happens and you're like, what does that even mean? It's a little bit like kind of psychological thriller, and I'm a psychological thriller girl to my core, okay? And so I'm like, is she crazy? I don't think she is. And I kept forgetting that it was a fantasy. So something would happen. All I'm gonna say is bursting in flames. Totally forgot that it was a fantasy until that point. And I was like, what is going on? That can't just happen. And then I was like, oh, it's a fantasy. That can't happen. Duh, of course. But oh, it's gothic and it is immersive and it is crazy. And you cannot trust anyone. You can't even trust the narrator, unreliable narrator. You can't even trust the FMC. It's really good. However, because I was so immersed in it, I was listening to it like constantly. Anytime I could have my headphones on, I had them on and I was listening to it. However, one of the trigger warnings, I usually do fine within books because it's usually not as extreme as it is in this book, or it can be. It's always extreme, but it's not talked about as much, or like it will happen, or it will be acknowledged, and then it may be kind of talked about, but it's not repeatedly a core theme in the book, and it is in Fairytale. And it's really hard for me to read, and it's something that I really struggle with reading, at least like personally. So I had to take a break from it. I returned the loan early just because it was starting to really affect my mind and me emotionally. And so will I continue reading it? I don't know. I'm really interested in the plot. I'm so invested in it, but I intend to borrow it again and try to read it. And if I can't get past it and it really does affect me emotionally, sadly, I am gonna have to DNF it, but not because it's not good. I think it's a fantastic book. I just don't know if I can handle it, if that makes sense. But I really want to know how it ends because it's so interesting and it's so like, it's crazy, okay? And I really want to finish it, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. As I mentioned earlier, I am in a reading slump. I am. But I might have found the cure. And what is this magical cure, you might be asking? Okay, well, let me tell you. Yesterday, I woke up and I looked over at my bookshelf, as I normally do. Like, I'm not kidding. I wake up and I look over and I look at my bookshelf. Or I wake up facing my bookshelf. I'm not kidding. It brings me joy in the morning to look at. Is that crazy? Maybe a little bit, but it really brings me joy, okay? So I look at it, and there's this book, okay? And it is looking at me, like, flirtatiously. It's winking at me. And it's whispering to me. I'm like, what? Why are you trying to lure me, you siren? And you know what that book was? Do you know what that book was? That Fourth Wing. Was I planning to do a reread of Fourth Wing this year? No. Was I planning to do a reread of Fourth Wing next year when the next book is supposed to come out? Absolutely. Yes, I was. I already had it planned. She was winking at me. I couldn't help it. So I picked up Fourth Wing and I started it. And I'm on page, I've lost my favorite bookmark. I don't know where it is. I think it's inside of one of my Zodiac Academy books. I have no idea. But I think I'm on page 50. I think I'm gonna do a spoiler vlog, or like reading vlog of rereading this because, oh my god, because I think this might cure me. The Empyrean series might cure me again, okay? Oh my god. Violet is just, I feel like I want to annotate it. I want to tab it at least, maybe annotate it. But there are so many things after reading Onyx Storm and going back and starting this again. Ooh. Okay, the part I'm at, Violet just crossed the parapet and she just saw Dane. Anyways, so I'm so excited. I actually think this might cure me. This might be the cure to my reading slump. I really hope it is. I really hope it is. Am I reading 2 fantasy series at the same time while listening to another fantasy series, a third one? Yeah. Absolutely I am. Yes, I am. And what about it? And what about it? I really hope Basgiath cures me of my reading slump, along with Zodiac Academy, because I'm not kidding. I don't stop thinking about Lance and Darcy ever. I've had dreams about Zodiac Academy. I don't dream about books. I've literally had dreams about the characters in Zodiac Academy. I also started a new TV show. I started watching Veronica Mars, and I really like it. So that's a little overall media update. Okay, after that super long spiel about all the books that I'm currently reading, a little reading update, let's talk about my March hopefuls, okay? Birthday hopefuls, birthday reads. So, without further ado, let's get into my March reads. Okay, I have my hopefuls written out. Every month, for months, I have said, my reading goal this month is to finish Zodiac Academy. And then guess what? I have to take a break from it. Or I'm slumping. Or something happens. So, my Zodiac Academy reading goal for this month is to finish one book. It's to finish book 7. That is my goal. My goal is not to finish Zodiac Academy in March. It is just to read book 7, okay? To read Heartless Sky and just recover. Okay? That is my goal for that. When will I finish it? Hopefully March or April. I have no idea. Catch me in July. I don't know. Now, my other goal, of course, because I just started my Fourth Wing reread, is to finish the Empyrean series, rereading it, obviously. That's kind of a given. Oh, I'm so excited! I have so many March reads lined up. Now, if my mood reading could, like, stick with my brain, and what I want to read right now, that'd be so awesome. Now, this isn't a TBR. I can't do TBRs because, again, the mood reading. And if I don't mood read, I will slump and I just won't read. So if I could read none of these, I could read all of these. I could read 2 of them. I have no idea. I could all of a sudden up and just finish Zodiac Academy and then finish the Empyrean series and pick up Thorn of Glass. I have no idea. We'll find out. But let's begin. Okay, so not a TBR, but books that I really want to read. So starting off, the book that I want to read the most, Nocticadia by Carrie Lake. I have never read Carrie Lake. This will be my first Carrie Lake. This is a long time coming. After Orion and Darcy, I've been wanting to read Nocticadia for longer than I wanted to read Zodiac Academy. But especially after Orion and Darcy, I have been looking at Nocticadia. Oh, I want to read it so bad. However, I want the audiobook too. So I'm waiting on the audiobook. Once I get my loan on Libby for the audiobook, I will also start reading it on Kindle. That way I can bounce between the two. I like to read books and listen to them at the same time if I can get it, but it's really hard for me to do that because I don't have Audible. So that's why I usually listen to 2 different series or 2 different books at once. That's just kind of what I do. Next, we have, okay, this is gonna take some explaining. If you are on Jack Wolf Hadestown TikTok, I love Hadestown. It's such a good musical. Orpheus and Eurydice are my favorite myth. So is with along with Icarus as a close second. But so Hadestown is very close to my heart. Okay, and Jack Wolf's Orpheus is if I start talking about it, I'm not going to stop, so I can't even begin to speak on it. But it's also been making me crave a Hades and Persephone retelling. So I want to read a Hades and Persephone retelling in March with the disclaimer that I'm not a dark romance gal, and most of the Hades and Persephone retellings that I've heard of and I'm aware of are dark romances. I've dipped my toes into dark romance, and I really just don't think it's for me. If you read dark romance, I think you're awesome. I think you're so cool, and I can't. I'm missing out on some good books, probably. I'm sure that I am, but I just can't. There's a level of, even in Fairytale, there's a level of possessiveness from either FMC or MMC in books, especially MMCs, but same, it goes both ways. There's a level of possessiveness that I can't do it. Like, normal, where's my, like, you know what, like, no, like, there's a level to it. Like, I can do a level here, okay? Not here. I can do a good level. But it very quickly for me goes from here to here, and once it goes just a step past that, I can't do it. And even in Fairytale, I have had times where I'm like, get away from him. Ew, why are you talking about her like that? Like, it's probably because of my own issues, but either way, my own issues or not, it's not my thing. So, you know, we'll see if I get around to it. If I can find one that I like and I can stick to, great. If not, I'll just read the myth in like 4 different iterations of it. It's fine. Next, I really want to read Wild Reverence. I almost read this in February. I was this close to reading it in February, but I didn't. I don't know why. I'll be like in the mood for it for about 3 hours, and then I'm like, do I want to read that? Yes. I don't know. I really want to read Wild Reverence. I have heard such amazing things about it, and it's been staring at me. It's on my bookshelf. I have it, and I really, really want it. I have it on Kindle, and I have it on paper, or hardcover, because it's on Kindle Unlimited, but I really want to read it. So hopefully I read that. Maybe I'll read that next week. I have no idea. I feel like it's also, I don't know why, but it kind of like with spring coming in, Same with like Persephone. I'm like, oh, yes, this is perfect. Now, is it spring outside? I live in the Midwest, so one day it's 72 and the next day it's 32. I'm not exaggerating. That literally happened this week. So, I have no idea. The next thing I'm going to read, Vicious by V.E. Schwab. Oh my god, this has been on my TBR for like probably almost 4 years. At least 3 years this has been on my TBR, okay? I read The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue last year. My first V.E. Schwab. I feel so cool, like, that I've read a V.E. Schwab. V.E. Schwab is so cool to me. Like, and people who like read her books all the time, I don't know. You're just so cool to me. But I really want to read Vicious. I like read the synopsis for it and I heard a recommendation for it and I feel like it's right up my alley and I think I would love it. And I kind of want to listen to it on audio because I heard the audiobook's really good. So I want to tackle that. I think it's a duology. I'm not entirely sure though, but I really want to read Vicious. Next, I have Heated Rivalry ? So I have not seen Heated Rivalry. I want to. I don't have HBO. The first week of February, Heated Rivalry TikTok overtook my For You page with no warning. And for about 48 hours, it completely consumed my mind. And I haven't even seen it. I haven't read it. I have no idea. And it consumed me for about 48 hours. So I downloaded it on my phone, the sample, because it's not on Kindle Unlimited and I don't have it. So, and I was traveling. So I just downloaded it on my phone and I started it. I think I got like halfway through the prologue and then I was really tired. Again, I was traveling. So I like haven't picked it up since, but it stays in my mind. So maybe another book I started in February. Maybe I'll pick it up. I have no idea. I haven't read a contemporary romance in I think 2 years at least. So it's been a minute. Nightshade. I want to read this book so bad. I want to read this book so bad. Dark Academia struck me in middle school and it has never let me go, you know? I feel like it does that to people. So, you know, I'm a sucker for Dark Academia. I love a Dark Academia setting. I love a university setting. I love it every time, okay? So I really want to read it. I want to read Nightshade so bad. I need to just find it and get it. I'm a little hesitant to read I'm interested in reading Vampire Academy this year, but I don't think I can read it anytime close to finishing Zodiac Academy. So there's a lot of like magical university or Wings of Blood. I think that's what it's called. That one with like the red dragon on the cover. I don't think I will be able to read that too quickly after reading Zodiac Academy, just because I'm probably going to compare it and it's going to cause issues. If I'm feeling a thriller, I want to read or at least listen to My Husband's Wife. I haven't read a thriller in a while. I really want to read this. The second that I heard about it coming out, I searched for the audiobook on Libby and they didn't have it yet. And so I kind of forgot about it. And I remembered it today and I really want to read it. The premise is so interesting. I mean, can you imagine going on a run and coming home and your husband doesn't know who you are and is standing with a woman who looks eerily like you? No. Absolutely not. I'd be throwing hands. No. So I'm so intrigued. So I really want to read that. And then the last thing that is really on my radar and my priority for March is Hush Hush. This has been on my TBR for a while. It's kind of been in like the back of my mind, but I don't know a whole lot about it. I really don't. I think I've read the synopsis, maybe. I don't even know if I've read the synopsis. I'm so intrigued. All I know is that it has that 2000s shine to it, that 2000s seasoning, that sprinkle, if you will. That's enough for me. That is enough for me, okay? And I think it's like Fallen Angels and like High School Psych, I don't know. But it's got that little seasoning on it. So I really want to, I really think I will read that in March because I have wanted to read it for a few weeks, but I don't want to start a new series in the middle of Zodiac Academy. So, I don't know, but I really want to read it. I'm so intrigued. And I feel like I've held the books at Barnes & Noble. I went to Barnes & Noble and I was like ogling at it. And they're really short. Like, it looks like something I could easily binge in like a weekend. So, okay, a weekend may be extreme. I don't read that fast. Maybe like a week. I could probably binge the whole series, I think. It's like 4 books. And they're all pretty short, so I don't know. I'm so intrigued. It's up there. Like, that might be one of my next reads, one of my first reads in March. So we shall see. I will keep you guys updated. For quicker and more efficient reading updates, to stay more updated on what I'm reading, please go follow my TikTok. I post there a lot more. I'm trying to get back to posting twice a day. I was really consistently for 8 months maybe. And then I kind of had a dip and I had to take a break because I got really burnt out. So I'm trying to get back into posting twice a day. So stay looking at that to stay updated on all the things I'm reading, my mood reading, series I'm in the middle of, all of that. I was halfway through the outro when my camera died, so I love you all so much. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all. Please interact with the video if you made it this far. Thank you so much. Please subscribe. I love you all so much. Wishing you all 5-star reads.